Hey guys, it's Jeff. Thanks for checking out my video today. So, current events, you're probably paying attention to what's going on in Israel. Like most people, it's all over the media, it's all over social media. There has been a national call to screw the rest of the world if you're not in support of Palestine. So, anyway, we're starting to see some events pop up. I follow people like Mr. Guns and Gear. If you don't check him out, you probably should. He posts some interesting stuff up on his Instagram. Great way to keep aware of what's going on outside of all regular media sources. He does post things that people send him directly, so it's a good way to get alternative information than to what is just seen in the media spaces. Anyway, he posted up a video. He's posted up a couple of videos today. One I think is in Egypt. One is in France of people calling, are responding to the call to, screw the rest of the world, and they're using these things right here to put holes in people. Some of them successfully, some of them their success is unknown. But if you're going against an unarmed population, this is a pretty effective tool to put holes in people. So anyway, that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about ways to mitigate the ability for people like that who would do harm against you. How would you mitigate that? How would you mitigate that today? How would you mitigate that on any Monday, any Wednesday, any Thursday, any day of the week? You have a right in this country to protect yourself. If you don't exercise that right to protect yourself, then that is on you. You have no one to blame if you ever become a victim of violence. So anyway, that's what this video is going to be about. So let's get into it. So what do you have in front of you? Well, you have a basic defensive item, right? This is my EDC now. This is a great little EDC tool. You probably know what it is. I'm going to do a video on it. It's been around for quite a while now. It's not a new tool, but it's new to me, so I wanted to put a video out on it just to discuss it. But anyway, this is probably the bare minimum of what you should consider for a defensive tool. This is 13+1, double stack, 9mm, with a good defensive ammunition to put as big a hole in someone and make them stop doing any harm to you that you can, right? This is the bare minimum. If you don't have access, or you can step up from this, right? You have the ability to carry something other than this and you want to go a little bit larger, right? Maybe you consider a full-size 9mm. Good defensive tool, has a larger capacity. This one is 17+1, if you can see right there, 17+1. Done a video on this one as well. Great little tool. Will make your defensive posture in the event that you ever need to use something like this a little easier, right? You've got more ammunition, you've got a larger firearm, it's easier to put rounds on target, even at a little bit further distance than maybe something that's a little bit shorter than this. I mean, they'll both, hit about the same distance, but the barrel on here is probably a 1/2 inch to 1 inch longer than the one I just showed you, and so you can be a little bit more effective at a little bit longer ranges. Now, speaking about ballistic effectiveness of your rounds, you should know what rounds expand the best in the length of barrel of the tool that you're using, right? Shorter barreled firearms, there are specific ammunitions that make the expansion of those rounds a lot better. So just take that into consideration when you're selecting the ammo for whatever device you're carrying. Also, if you're going to carry something like this and you can carry a larger item, carry one of these, right? Have a spare, have an extra. Even if you're going to carry something as small as this, having an extra is not, that complicated, right? Other things to consider. Do you have a way to, defend yourself and take a round or take 2 rounds? Can you live through a defensive firearm use that maybe somebody else has one of these and they're shooting at you? Would you be able to defend yourself and live if you took a round, right? Do you have med kits on you? Do you have access to med kits? Do you have tourniquets? Do you have ways to stop a bleed, right? Those are all life-saving measures. This is a life-saving measure. A defensive armor setup is a life-saving measure. You should, if you don't have it, you should consider it. There's a lot of different companies. I've done a video on this one. This is Safe Life Defense's level 3A plus body armor. So this does prevent against even these types of attacks, right? So it's a harder piece of shielding over the ballistic armor that's inside of it, and that does provide you a little bit more protection. So something to consider, Safe Life Defense. Moving along with that, something like this, right? So if you can carry, or you have the ability to take something like this with you, you know, having a good bag, right? This is a 511 bag, great bag. This is their 72-hour bag. Love this bag, been using it for years now. This is a great bag, right? And so if you can carry something like this, then you can carry something like this. And if you can carry something like this, you can take spares of these, right? So this is a kind of tool that, if you have the ability to bring to a fight, will really turn the tide of violence that's being used against people that, you know, would seek to harm innocents, right? If the Israelis had access to something like this, the Hamas invaders that came across the border would not have been as successful as they were, right? Or at least they would have gone down with a fighting chance. Now, something that's really cool about this 511 bag is they have a hydration kit back here. If you want to see this bag, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do a video on this. Love this bag. I think it's a highly recommended bag. But what you have back here in the hydration pack is you have the ability to carry armor. So this is a level 3A armor insert that fits perfectly in that hydration pouch on the 511. You don't have to have a 3A. You can have a level 4. You can, you know, protect yourself against rounds that are larger than the average pistol round. You know, you could take one of these or two of these, and you can have this in a very subdued package where people don't know that you're carrying something as large as you are, and you're able to bring to a fight. They have no idea. Now, do you want to carry this around all day? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to keep it in your office. Maybe you want to keep it in the trunk of your car, or keep it in your house so that you can take it if you need to go somewhere. All I'm saying is, have the ability to protect yourself. You have that right. Our founding fathers knew that the right of self-defense was a human right, and if you don't exercise that right, that's on you. So anyway, that's all I've got for this one, guys. Just trying to encourage you to be your own first responder. Protect yourself, defend yourself. Be able to respond if somebody wants to use violence against you. And it doesn't matter if it's a national day like today, or it's just a Tuesday. Right? So take your self-defense personally, take it seriously, and do whatever it is that you feel is comfortable for you to provide for your own first response. Anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like videos like this, like, subscribe, share with your friends. And until next time, I'll see you. Stay safe, stay active, stay vigilant, and stay in the fight, because the fight for your rights never ends. See you soon. Bye-bye.